Nebraska's next ag leaders recently returned from South America, learning how agriculture affects folks there. NTV's Sarah Kirkley caught up with a couple of them and has more.
Joining us now is Adam, Shane, and Dusty, all lead fellows. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we went to Argentina, Chile, and Uruguay, right? What was on the agenda?
Well, it was a 15-day trip, and the Nebraska Lead Program includes, there was 27 of us in this group, agriculturalists from all across the state of Nebraska, from different segments of agriculture. And we started out in Chile and got the Chile's really big on fruit and vegetable production, and then moved on into Argentina and Uruguay.
Wow. Shane, what did you take away from this?
It was really interesting. The farmers down there, you know, when you see or get an idea of how we produce up here, they face the same issues down there that we face up here, and it was just interesting to go down there and see that they face, you know, the same challenges that we do up here.
Wow. And meeting with a lot of people, right, while you were down there?
Yeah, we met with a very wide range of people, from some local producers all the way to a lot of research individuals in a lot of these countries, as well as some of our foreign correspondents, U.S. embassies in a few of the countries, which was pretty neat to see.
Yeah. You know, they have different crops. You know, why is it important for producers, ag leaders, to go to these different countries?
It's a global market when it comes to ag commodities, and it's becoming more so. There are a lot of similarities actually between what we produce in Nebraska and what they have in Argentina and Uruguay. Big in soybean production, corn, wheat, cattle, especially in Uruguay. Much like Nebraska, they have more cattle than people. But the difference is that their history and their government, they've been controlled by military dictatorships in the past, and that's involves some corruption, and they don't have the money to invest in to certain infrastructure, roads, railways, and that sort of thing. So that's really hampered them in the past.
Oh, wow. All part of the LEAD program. Can you talk a little about what that is and what you're experiencing?
Yeah, the LEAD program is a 2-year program, and we focus on state issues, learning how the state works, our government. We focus on that in our first year. After the first year, we have a national travel seminar where we go to Washington, D.C., Kansas City, Chicago, and basically learn how the government works and, you know, how agriculture affects Nebraska, and basically, you know, just take a broad view of how everything works.
Yep, very important. The state's #1 industry. Thank you all so much.
Thanks for having us.
We do have more on the LEAD program on our website, nebraska.tv.
Many folks bite into that burger or steak without giving it a second thought, but there's a lot of work that consumers don't realize when it comes to food safety. NTV's Jessica Stevenson has more from here at Cattlemen's Classic.
We focus on treating our animals right as far as animal health practices, animal nutrition, the processing and handling of cattle, as well as the harvesting process.
And producers say this careful process begins at birth.
We're checking them every couple of hours to make certain when that calf is born, it's getting up and getting that first colostrum. We spent a lot of time early on in the calf's life providing immunization and vaccinations in order to make sure that animal is as healthy as possible.
He says some of this knowledge comes from the Beef Quality Assurance Program.
We learn everything from where to give injections and how to give injections to even how to properly euthanize an animal if in fact that time occurs.
And for some producers, these injections may include antibiotics.
Antibiotic resistance and antibiotics is a huge topic in the beef industry and very important in our consumers' minds to eating a safe beef product. And as cattlemen and producers, they are ensuring and they are completely confident in standing behind their antibiotics withdrawal period, being safe and responsible about the antibiotics that we are giving our animals.
Now with labels popping up like organic or hormone-free, producers say you should do your research to find the perfect beef for you.
You're going to find an array of companies that are really focused on the producers and really ensuring that their operations are doing the best that they can to produce a safe product.
Research in the lab is one thing, but it's a little different on the farm. Nebraska Extension has been talking with growers about different ways farmers can reach new plateaus. Real farmers conduct research on their own farms, testing out seed treatments and different practices to see what worked and what didn't.
There's a lot of farmers who have been involved with the program, conducting research in their locations, and so it's a really great way for people to get information that's really relevant to their farming operation and looking at questions that they're really interested in. So they're able to get information and data from close by and that really is applicable to their growing environment.
That was the third of 5 on-farm research meetings. Next week they'll be in Grant and Alliance. Meet a young woman who will be a first-generation college student who will be studying agriculture when Grow continues.